Whether they're real or just legends, stories about sea monsters have always captured our imagination. Sea monsters are beings from folklore believed to dwell in the sea, and often imagined to be of immense size. Marine monsters can take many forms, including sea dragons, sea serpents, or multi-armed beasts. In this video we count down 5 sea monsters that may exist. Over the past few years, rumours have circulated in Japan about the existence of Arctic humanoid life forms inhabiting the icy waters of the Antarctic. Reportedly observed on multiple occasions by crew members of government-operated whale research ships, these ningen are said to be completely white in colour with an estimated length of 20 to 30 metres. Eyewitnesses describe them as having a human-like shape, often with legs, arms and even 5-fingered hands. Sometimes they're described as having fins or large mermaid-like tails instead of legs, or even tentacles. The only visible feature are the eyes and mouth. According to one account, crew members on deck observed what they initially thought was a foreign submarine in the distance. However, when they approached, it became clear that the irregular shape of the thing was not man-made. It was alive. The creature quickly disappeared underwater. Ningen sightings seem to occur most frequently at night, making them all the more difficult to photograph. In still images, the sea cryptids look like ice, though it's said that their smooth human-like skin can be seen when the photographs are enlarged. In any case, no convincing photographs have been made to the public, either because they do not exist or because the photos have been confiscated. This video was taken in the Antarctic and is believed to show one of these creatures. One of Lake Erie's most iconic figures is Bessie, or South Bay Bessie. Bessie has been spotted in the lake from Canada to Pennsylvania. The first recorded sighting of Bessie occurred in 1793, and more sightings have occurred and in greater frequency in the last 3 decades. Bessie is reported to be snake-like and 9 to 12 meters long, at least a foot in diameter with a greyish colour. While in North Ohio in 1793, a captain startled a large snake-like creature described as more than 16.5 feet in length. In July 1817, the crew of a schooner reported a 30 to 40 foot long serpent, dark in colour. Later that year, another boat crew spotted a similar animal, this time copper-coloured and 60 feet in length. Bessie first earned the name Bessie in a Pennsylvania newsletter of Creatures Chronicle in 1991. The editor had reports of a serpentine monster in Lake Erie, and the article was made up of sightings that took place 30 years earlier. Bessie was described as a 30 to 50 foot long reptile as long and round as a bowling ball, and with a long snake-like neck. Tony Schill saw a giant serpent creature while he was boating. It was dark brown and had a long tail. Tony stated that 5 humps came out of the water, and that it was no way a sturgeon. A friend was also boating with Tony, and he came face to face with the creature. He also stated it had 5 humps and was black coloured. He reported that the creature was twice the size of his boat. In 1995, in Pennsylvania's largest lake, reports of an unknown creature began. The maximum depth varies depending on the part of the lake, but it ranges from 1,300 feet to 490 feet. Lake Erie has no outlets and is strongly alkaline, being fed by rainwater and small streams flowing from the surrounding mountains. The report started in 1995, but didn't really get big attention until 1997, when a video of the creature and blurry photos were taken. The creature is said to be 30 to 50 feet in length, and appears similar to a plesiosaur or ichthyosaurus, marine reptiles that lived at the same time as the dinosaurs. The Brosno dragon is believed to be a Russian lake monster. Many people treat the existence of it with a lot of skepticism, and still say that the creature may be a mutant beaver or a giant pike, Others say that it could be groups of wild boars and elks as they cross the lake from time to time. There are some more scientific hypotheses concerning the creature. One of them is a gas version saying that when hydrogen sulfide goes up from the lake bottom, it makes water boil up. This boiling in turn resembles a dragon's head, but the amount of hydrogen sulfide must be considerable to produce this effect. Other versions say there's a volcano in Lake Brosno that make ejections on the water's surface from time to time. It's well known there are several fractures at the bottom of the lake. The depth and the direction of the fractures cannot be defined. It's not ruled out that the volcano crater is inside one of the fractures. This explains why the volcano, if it actually exists, has not been discovered yet. Fishermen say that the underwater world of Lake Brosno has a structure of several levels. From time to time, burbots and yellow perch can be found in the lake. For example, herring can be found in a lake in the Pino district. Some consider it strange that sea fish may live in the lake at all. Smelt shoals can be found in Lake Brosno as well. The phenomenon of the sea monster can be explained from the physical point of view. Huge smelt shoals are reflected on the water's surface through refraction of light, and produce the effect of a huge reptile head. Witnesses say they came across the monster in the summer. However, the origin of the rumours of this strange monster remain a mystery. A globster washed ashore on Brosno, and it could be the carcass of a Brosno dragon. The Lake Ontario serpent is a Canadian sea monster. There are many sightings for this creature as well as a local legend, ranging from children's stories, settlers' tales and modern sightings. The one thing that all the sightings have in common is that they tell of a long and serpent-like creature. The creature is known by other names, such as the Metrosaurus and Kingstai, from Kingston and the east side of the lake. The creature or creatures could be inhabiting most of the Great Lakes too. This is because there are some sightings of long eel-like monsters and the lakes are all connected in some way. On July 3, 1817, the crew of a ship witnessed a blackish snake-like monster. The monster was witnessed 3 miles offshore. On August 5, 1829, 2 children believed they had seen a 20 to 30 foot long snake-like creature. Their account was published in the local newspaper stating, "This type of creature has been seen on a few occasions. There can be no doubt of the existence of such monsters in our inland seas." On an unnamed date in 1842, 2 boys, their both names McConnell, reported seeing a brown 30 to 40 foot creature with a large head swimming off the shore of Gull Beach. They were quite surprised and quickly told their father. He reacted by grabbing his binoculars, but before he could get a good look of the creature, it disappeared back into the depths. On August 22, 1882, a serpent was witnessed in the water near Fort York. 3 witnesses described it as being 50 foot long, as wide as a man and bluish grey with stiff bristles covering its body. The account was published in the Toronto Mail and then later republished in the New York Times. The creature spent some time floating and basking in the sun before swimming off into the distance. In August of 1877, the creature was spotted in Burlington Bay, where it was described by fishermen as resembling a log with a mouth like a crocodile. Even one fisherman claimed that the monster had snapped off his oar, leaving visible tooth marks. A journalist from Kingston Daily News noted that, "We give the story as gathered for what it's worth, and leave the reader to investigate for him or herself." In September 1881, passengers and the crew of the steamship Gypsy got a glimpse of a huge creature. It was described as being 25 to 40 foot and having small legs and a large tail. In July 1892, a couple were attacked by a monster while fishing near Brackies Bay. The husband fended off the monster with his fishing pole, saving both their lives. The couple described the creature as a huge serpent with eyes like balls of fire. During the 1970s, a creature was sighted twice by the same person. He was an employee of the Ministry of Natural Resources. For both sightings, he said that he saw a large creature dive into the lake from the shores of Prince Edward County. The Orley or Ayia Napa sea monster is a cryptid claimed to inhabit the coast off of Ayia Napa in Cyprus, a popular tourist resort on the Mediterranean. Most sightings occur around Cape Greco. It's known by the local fishermen as the friendly monster. There have been no reports of it causing any harm, although it has been reported at times to rip and drag away fishing nets. There have been countless sightings of the creature from the depths, with some local newspapers calling the mystery the Cyprus Loch Ness. It's been speculated to be something like a crocodile or a serpent. There's no evidence that the monster actually exists, except in folklore and through various sightings by tourists and locals alike. There exists little photographic evidence, except unverified short films and pictures. Government officials have started a search for the monster and its existence. The hope of spotting the Iron Upper Sea monster remains a highlight for many tourists on boating day trips. Many hotels boast of being close to the sightings. There is no link to any sea monster or any monster said to be living in Chorus Dam, which according to reports are more likely to be crocodile-type creatures that have been kept as pets, but unlawfully released. So that was 5 sea monsters that may exist. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more countdown videos.